Hey, Rajee Narinesingh here, trans activist, author, and actress, currently on season 3 of Botched, so check me out. Oh, and also check out my new website, www.rajee, R-A-J-E-E, Narinesingh, Narinesingh.com. www.rajeenarinesingh.com. Check it out. So listen, I want to share the situation with you guys, and I'd love to get your feedback. I personally think that I'm right on this, but we'll see. I'd love to get some feedback on it. In June, there was the horrific massacre at the Pulse nightclub against the LGBT community in Orlando. And it basically created a whole global consciousness and awareness, I believe, where the world basically had their eyes on the LGBT community and also opened their hearts. I think a lot of people opened their hearts to the LGBT community. Well, from this tragedy, a number of messages and logos came from it, and there was one that was the sentence, "Love always wins." And there were bumper stickers and signs and actually yard posters that were made. Around the edges, there were like the rainbow colors, but nothing in regards to like saying LGBT or transgender, nothing political. Basically, the humanitarian statement of love always wins. And I think that everyone around the world can relate to that on some level. Love? So, anyway, here's the sign. I actually go to a print shop that I get a lot of my printing done at, and the print shop was giving these out. They gave me one of this, and they gave me a few bumper stickers. So, love always wins. So, I came home and I was thinking, okay, do I put this out in my yard? Now, I was thinking, this be offensive? And I'm like, well, it doesn't say anything about LGBT, political statement or anything negative, and the message is basically universal, and it's a universal humanitarian message. So I made the decision to go ahead and put it in front of my little cottage house, right in front of my porch in the yard. Okay, so this was like about the middle of June, and fast forward now, we're here in the first week of September. Last week, my landlord gave me a call, and he says to me, "Rajee, I don't mean to offend you," and I was like, "Yes." So he's like, "You know the sign that you have up in front of the cottage? Do you think you could take it down?" So I said to him, I said, well, what's the problem? Like, why? Why do I need to take it down? So he says to me, well, now let me explain what's going on. The people in the front house moved out a few weeks ago. And he's trying to rent the front house again. So basically, what's been happening is people have been coming to look at the house. And he's claiming that the realtor told him that a few people that have come to look at the house, they question the sign. So now I'm sitting on the phone and I'm like looking at the phone like, okay, and kind of getting a little angry because I'm thinking to myself, really? These people have a problem with the sentence, "love always wins"? And I told him, I said, listen, anyone that has a problem with the sentence, "love always wins," does not need to be living here. Really, they don't. And, um, you know, I told, I said, listen, I'm going to respect you and your wishes, and I'm going to take the sign down. But again, like I said, anyone that has a problem with that sentence, "love always wins," does not need to be living here. I don't want to be around people like that. So I then proceeded to say to him, listen, I've been here almost 6 years. I've been very respectful. to you, kind, loving, peaceful, haven't given you any problems. And I said, you know the type of person that I am. I'm going to tell you this though. If who you rent that front house to, if they come here and they want to start messing with me, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm going to stand up for my rights. And so he says to me, oh, no, 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 you don't have to worry. I wouldn't rent the house to anyone that has a problem with you. Thank God. I was thinking, thank God you won't rent the house to anyone that has a problem with transsexual people. And I rewinding a little bit, the family before this last one that just moved. Now, mind you, I've been here like a little over 5.5 years. It'll be 6 years in January. And since I've been here, four families have lived in that front house. They usually stay about a year and a half, and then they leave. I don't know why, but that's basically it. I guess it might be the amount of rent that my landlord's asking for. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. And the way the house is, I'll just leave it at that. But for whatever reason, they they come and they don't stay long. So uh, I get very very good uh, vibes from most people. I think because they really see my spirit and the type of person I am. And so I've been very blessed. I have not had a problem with anyone that has lived in that front house. And I'm the type of person, like when you move in, I'm going to take the cake and the pie over, to welcome you to the neighborhood. The last family that was there, they had children, so I was always taking pizza for the kids or candy or Kentucky Fried Chicken or something. So I say all of that to say that, usually I have a good communication and vibe going on with the people in the front house. So the family that was there before this last one that moved out, one of the girls told me one day we were talking and she started laughing. She said, listen, I got to tell you this. And I was like, what? She's like, well, when we came to look at the house, the realtor, and this isn't the same realtor that my landlord has now, it's another one. But this realtor was an older woman, pretty conservative looking. So she says, we look at the realtor and say, okay, we want it. We love it. We want to rent the house. So the realtor looks at her and says, well, there's one problem with the property. And so she was like, well, what's the problem? What is it? So she tells me, the realtor says, well, there's a transsexual person that lives in the back cottage. So she tells me that she looks at the realtor dead in her face, like, and says, uh, that's perfect. Actually, I want the house even more now. And she said, you should have seen the realtor's face. It was like egg on her face. Because, you make these comments, you don't know where people stand. You just don't know. And so anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. But fast forward to today. This realtor that my landlord has is saying that people are complaining about the sign. Okay, I took the sign down, but again, I'm going to say that love always wins. I do not see the problem with that sign. I don't understand why people would even question it. Like, it just doesn't really resonate with me or make sense to me. But anyway, I took it down. And I actually feel, now maybe I'm being a little paranoid. I don't know. But I actually feel that it's more than the sign. I haven't met this new realtor, and so I don't know what kind of vibes he's giving off, but it's just something inside of me saying, I don't know, he might not be cool with trans people. And you know how people use something, but there's more behind it. It's like more to it. And I'm just kind of getting that feeling in my gut. Anyway, if my landlord, and I told him this and I'm going to say it, if he gets someone in that front house that messes with me, I am not going down without a fight. I'm going to stand up for my rights because I think I deserve that much. I deserve to. I've been here, I've proven myself, and I don't think it's fair. So I wanted to share this situation and kind of put it out there and get some feedback. I think I'm right, but hey, I'm open to hearing other perspectives on this. I guess it's just the activist in me, always wanting to make a statement. Anyway, love, peace, and blessings to everyone. See? There goes that love again.